Good morning, I'm Nadir Murru, and I'm Associate Professor of Algebra at the Department of Mathematics of the University of Trento. In this presentation, I will briefly talk about the cryptography curriculum of the master's degree in mathematics. First of all, a few words about the Industrial Mathematics and Cryptography Laboratory, founded by Professor Massimiliano Sali in 2010, among which activities are the cryptography curriculum, and in addition, it is a reference for scientific research in cryptography and coding theory, with many activities of dissemination and courses for professionals, and also projects funded by companies and not only. The cryptography curriculum is a course offered by the University of Trento that focuses on the application of algebra to code theory and cryptography. These are two disciplines, two topics that are increasingly fundamental in our time, where telecommunications are increasingly present and decisive in many aspects of society and also in everyday life. In addition, there are topics that are based on purely theoretical aspects of mathematics, and in particular of the algebra, but not only. And so this is a very beautiful example of how theoretical research can be immediately applied in a real context. In the cryptography curriculum, we have two possible programs that are provided, among which between which the student can choose. We have the stage-oriented program, which is a more applied course where also a stage period is provided in a company, a stage on cryptographic topics. Moreover, then we also have a program that is research-oriented, where the student is exposed to advanced study of algebra, obviously oriented to cryptography applications and to coding theory, with the aim of addressing real scientific research in this field. The two programs differ in the second year, in which where there will be different subjects that characterize the two courses. In the case of the stage-oriented program, the last 4 or 6 months about will be dedicated to the stage in a company, and then to the development of a real research thesis addressing topics that are interesting for companies. In the case of the research-oriented program, on the other hand, the thesis is a purely research thesis. It is also bigger than the case of the thesis for the stage-oriented program. Okay, then some topics that will be studied in both courses, stage-oriented and research-oriented, are algebraic cryptography, coding theory and applications, computational algebra, and formal techniques for cryptographic protocol analysis. Then in the stage-oriented program, among the characterizing topics, there are, for example, the courses Applied Cryptography and Advanced Programming of Cryptography Methods. While for the research-oriented program, there is, for example, the course Advanced Coding and Cryptography, which lasts 2 semesters. Then the companies that host our students during the stage there are many companies, and here some of them are listed. Among these, there are both international companies and national companies. Some of these companies also join an advisory board that funds some scholarships for students interested in cryptography. And here there is a list of them. Okay, in the last part of this presentation, I will briefly show the activity of academic knowledge transfer and the application of the research developed in the context of the laboratory. Regarding research projects, one of the main topics, the main themes of the laboratory is, of course, blockchain technology, which blockchain allows essentially the sharing of data, information, transactions without necessarily exploiting the presence of a trusted central entity that monitors, that controls the exchange of data and transactions. In the past and also in the present and in the future, the Crypto Lab has been involved in several projects for the management of financial transactions, for example, regarding payments or for the management and verification of data integrity. Currently, the laboratory is part of the project for the validation of the food chain and also for strengthening the cryptography techniques that are used within the blockchain to make the blockchain secure, more robust to attacks that can be carried out using quantum computing technology. Another research topic that is very important is about cryptographic protocols. In this context, the laboratory has been involved in the development and security analysis of various cryptography protocols. For example, we designed some systems to guarantee a high level of security for confidential documents, for their exchange, and for the use of cryptography techniques called end-to-end. More recently, we have been involved in the development of protocols to maintain the confidentiality and integrity of documents in the cloud environment, where the possible attacks are several. Another research activity is the activity in the context of the POM projects, namely national operating programs financed by the European Commission, which tend to promote social and economic development in the various regions of Europe. In particular, we have been involved in the development of a platform based on blockchain technology, again, for the management of sensitive data. This project is a collaboration with academic research entities, but also with companies. And therefore, there is an important industrial part in this project. One of the most important representatives among the companies involved is Poste Italiane. Finally, I would also like to highlight that the CryptoLab laboratory is a project that it is involved in a joint laboratory with Foundation Bruno Kessler, which focuses on the topics of applied cryptography and blockchain technologies. This allows members of the CryptoLab to participate in several European projects to which this joint laboratory is linked. For example, for the security of services and financial infrastructure. Moreover, the CryptoLab is also involved in an association, the National Cryptography Association, called the Componendis Cifris. This association clearly has many activities. Among them, there is the funding of scholarships for students interested in cryptography. It coordinates applied projects, also the creation and management of scientific journals, as well as popular science magazines, and also has a whole series of seminars in the various universities that belong to the association. And so the CryptoLab is involved in all these activities. Among them, there are various activities of dissemination, such as also cryptographic challenges. Well, with this, we finished. Thank you for the attention.